Hey guys, J19 brought to you another video, and yes, I am finally back. Um, it's been a while, right? It's been a while since I did my first impressions video. If you guys probably watched that on FF7 Rebirth, you guys probably saying, "Holy crap, this is his game of the year, his game of the generation. This is like a 10 out of 10. This game's amazing. This game was something else." I tell you what, I'm about 94 hours in. And I loved every single bit of it, right? I love the music, right? The music it tops remake, right? Remake music was fantastic, right? It blew my mind. Rebirth music, that alone is gonna win best soundtrack of the year, right? Nothing's gonna come close. That's how I feel about it. The art style, right? The art, the locations, the way everything feels, the way everything looks. I'm mind blown, right? Everything looks phenomenal. It looks even better than I can picture in my head, right? We all probably said, "Holy crap, this game looks fantastic." And I love every single bit of it. I love doing the exploration. I love the exploration, not exploration. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed like seeing the mini games. I really enjoy seeing like what these tower is gonna do, right? What they're gonna unfold, when they're gonna, show us, reveal, like hunts, what kind of monsters are gonna be fighting, how challenging are they, what you gotta do to 100% on them, like finding the Moogle house, like the Mark stools, and completing that, getting a cute, awesome backstory, and it includes Cloud. I'm not gonna spoil it. If you guys want to keep that kind of under wraps, I know a lot of you guys probably beat the game. So spoilers are kind of out the door. But I'm not going to spoil the game just in case some of you guys are still probably playing through the game. I know a lot of you guys who I've been talking to are still playing through the game. And man, I got to keep talking about the good stuff because I tell you what, I got some stuff that's really going to break a lot of people's hearts. But I'll get to that towards the end. And it's going to really dictate how I feel about this game. This game's characters is by far the best characterization of any video game I have ever played. That's including The Last of Us Part 2. That's including a lot of Sony's top tier PlayStation Studios games. The characterization, the voice acting in this game is downright one of the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Now, unless Part 3 comes out, which I know it will. I don't know if it's going to top that. This right here, the shout out to the voice actors. Cody Christian, Brianna White, Britt Barron, John Eric Bentley, Max Middleton. You guys know who you are. Shout out to you guys for a phenomenal game. This game's voice acting, the characterization of the characters, the story moments with each character, even side stories, backstories of these characters is amazing. It blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, this is great. This is phenomenal. I had different takes on it, right? Some was different from the original game, and I was fine with that, right? You guys know me. I'm all about, hey, I'm here until the end, right? I'm here to see what this ride involves. My only issue was, and I'll get to it for a second, is gameplay, right? Gameplay, and are they going to execute the story as well as I hope? For 95% of the time, with even the new twist, the changes, subtle hints what the hell is going on, it got to me. I'm like, whoa, I'm like, holy crap, I didn't see this coming. This is great. What the hell am I seeing, right? What the heck am I seeing here? Those moments, I'm like, those are great, right? Because they gotta have that. If we're just playing a one-for-one remake of FF7, it wouldn't be fun. However, it got to the point the last 5% of the game, they cut out some content. In case you guys are probably wondering, yes, Wutai is confirmed for Part 3. I get that, because they're setting things up with Shinra and Wutai for Part 3. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil a whole lot on that front. It's something big coming for those two. Fort Condor is cut. That's not in this game. Rocket Town is cut. It's not in this game. Even the Bone Village, they go through, like, you go up to the northern continent and stuff like that to get to the temple, not Temple of the Ancients, but the Forgotten Capital and all that. They kept the Forgotten Forest, but Bone Village is like, they just flat out just took it out of the game, which, to me, I mean, if Bone Village didn't have a whole lot there, you had to find the keys or a special item, the Luna Harp, I don't know, something. I forgot what the item was called, but you guys can let me know in the comment section below what that was. But it allowed you to safe passage through the Forgotten Forest. Because if you didn't have it, you're going to get lost. Well, in this, they had the Forgotten Forest, but it's like, there's a whole bunch of stuff, like, with Sephiroth, like, toying with Cloud, and, like, you don't know what the hell is going on. It's like, what is going, like, the events of Temple of the Ancients left me in, like, what is going on here? Like, well, I'm just trying to, like, comprehend the story, what the hell's going on. Because it followed the Final Fantasy VII, but also had a lot of, like, whoa, like, it's a big meta stuff going on. And I was here for it, right? However, I told people this in my first impressions, like, hey, look, this game, one of the first, like, 50 hours, whatever how long hours I was in, the first impression. And I told people this in the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth channel on Discord I'm in. And I said, look, game's a 10 out of 10. And I was like on chapter 12, or just on chapter 13. But just talking to some people about the ending, like, getting like an interpretation of the ending a little bit. And they was talking. I'm like, yikes. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, right? And tell you what, guys, I gotta be honest with you. This is a no BS review, and I love this game, right? I bought this guy, right? I bought the Sephiroth statue. You guys can see it there. Absolutely love it. I have the collector's edition. I got a couple of T-shirts. I got the special edition OST coming. I bought a digital copy so I can play it while I'm waiting for my collector's edition to show up. And this game, like I said, for 95% of the time, blew my mind. Now, some gameplay issues this game has. It doesn't teach you a whole lot. And there's some stuff in this game where, like, it teaches you a lot of basic stuff. But then for, like, boss fights and stuff like that, like, they don't really give you, like, a little hint of, like, what the mechanics are. For one thing, I figured we're going to be fighting Rufus again. Here's my only spoiler. Rufus was a pain in my ass in Remake with his mechanic. And I died again, and I just didn't like his fight. I don't like it. It's tedious. It's not fun. It's badass fighting Rufus again, but it kind of was like out of nowhere, right? It's kind of out of nowhere type of boss fight. I'm like, wait a minute here. It's like, we're fighting him. Like, wait, what? Like, huh? The ending. The last 5%. The last chapter. I'm not going to say a whole lot. I'm not going to spoil it. But all I can tell you is, if you're looking for a one-for-one remake, or something that's really faithful to the FF7, you're not going to get it here. Far as I know, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, you probably say, why are you doing a review when you have not yet fought the final boss? You haven't seen the ending cutscenes, which apparently explains a whole lot, but what I'm understanding is, the devs are kind of like, don't know what they're doing. They're like playing like back and forth. Is it faithful? Is it something new? Because in the interviews, they keep telling us, hey, the FF7, you know, all know and love is going to continue. They also say the unknown journey, but it's like, you got to make up your mind. And apparently they didn't. And I was here for it, right? Whatever you're going to choose to do, whether like the faithful event happens or not happens, pick a side. What they did is, they just threw a lot of curveballs and say, well, let's just see, hopefully it hits, because, yeah, I was like mind blown by what the heck I was just playing. I didn't beat the final bosses. That's another gameplay mechanical thing I didn't like. Square has issues with Final Fantasy VII Remake and even Rebirth, where the mechanics of some fights are just tedious. It's not fun. It's not engaging. I'm gonna say this right now. I think the final boss of this game was the most annoying, the most cringe I ever fought. You guys probably know who it is. I'm not gonna spoil it because yeah, I'll let you guys play it. A lot of you guys, some of you guys are saying, "Oh, dude, it's easy. The fight's easy." It's like made for you, but for someone like me, who is, not as good, not as skillful, right? And people say, "Put on easy." I'll tell you this right now: the final boss of this game was built for like an FF13 type of boss, or a super boss, where some of his attacks are so deadly that he hits you for like 30,000 damage. And I'm like sitting here, I'm going, well, Cloud is at 6,000. How in the hell am I going to survive a final attack of 30,000 damage? I'm thinking to myself, it's like, shoot, if they put that boss in FF13 with that combat system, you can actually survive that boss fight. And I was telling people, I was like, look, it's like, I'll go in a little bit of Final Fantasy 13 a little bit. You can get your characters up to 20 to 31,000 HP. You are stacked with HP. You can tank stuff. You have classes where you can actually survive attack, like devastating attacks if you know what classes to run or switch to real quick. This game doesn't have that, right? It has, Claw's your swordsman, Breath 13's like your beast, Tifa's your monk, Bear's your your gunner, long range. Yuffie's your long range. K-Sith is like based on luck. Aerith is supposed to be your magician, right? She's supposed to be your mage. And I love it, right? Each character has its own fighting style. So I was like, that was super dope, right? Super awesome. I think Rebirth does a great job in that, but just some fights it just doesn't fit. And there is a challenge with Aerith. And you fight, I'll tell you guys this. We'll fight 2 bombs on it, right? They're like 2 fire bombs. And I'm constantly running away. You don't have time to attack. And even if you dodge most of the attacks, you still just can't build ATB. Aerith is probably one of the least favorite characters. I've been talking to some people, and Aerith is not that good at combat. She's probably my least favorite. She does have some devastating magical attacks, but you gotta build ATB. And to have it where, boy, I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but anyways, let's get back to the ending of Rebirth and the final boss. As I said before, the final boss feels like a Final Fantasy 13 style boss, where the boss does a lot of damage, right? It does significantly amount of damage, has a lot going on. I think the boss battle would be better off as a turn-based. Turn-based Final Fantasy 13 style. For them to make that final boss as a super boss, where it's annoying, it's frustrating. I talk to a lot of people, and there's people that actually agree with me. They think the final boss is not that great. They think that's what ruins the experience for them. People just think it's a skill issue. Why I'm doing this review, and to be honest with you guys, I love 95% of this game. There are some points in the game, like some mini games I didn't really care about. But it's optional, right? It's a skill issue for me. They're fun. There's some video games I really love. Side quests, I think, is amazing. I think it's one of the best Final Fantasy Square side content around. The character moments, the NPCs are amazing. I think even the main story plots are amazing, especially when the characters are involved. And I was intrigued, holy cow, like I said. But I think Square Enix slipped up. I think they made a mistake with how they handled the ending. That's all I'm gonna say on that. And I just wish it was a little better. I wish they would chose one side or the other. Just you gotta pick. Is this a you want to faithfully retell the story of FF7, or are you gonna go off the rails with like the we all been theorizing these two timelines, multiverse, whatever you guys want to say. You guys probably know, right? These weird, out of nowhere, like holy crap, like what are they doing? Like, is this FF7 at all? Like, what the hell are they doing? Like, they gotta choose because they can't. Alright, folks, but we said this thing, but it's really this, or they just don't know how to decide. That's what it feels like to me. Again, I haven't beat the final boss. I haven't seen like the very ending of the game. I like probably the last like 10 minutes of it, 15 minutes, whatever happens after the final boss. I just need to get the review out and really be honest with you guys how I feel. 95% of the game, 10 out of 10, right? 95%. The last 5% really brings down my score. And I understand why reviewers like GameSpot and a few other ones I gave it like an 8.5 out of 10. They even said that a lot of the game is great. Like, it's phenomenal. It's like even downright almost near perfect. But what brought it down is like the ending, the story direction, the impact of certain iconic scenes. I'm sitting there enjoying the like I'm in the mall and I'm immersed, and all of a sudden it's like, what the hell? Like I'm starting to get the emotion starts to hit, and all of a sudden it's like it snaps, right? And it's like, huh? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, what? The impact, I feel it now. The impact of that scene that they keep teasing for months and months and months about a fate of a character, the iconic scene. What do you want the fans to see? And I'm sorry to say, I'm like 75% sure I'm done with the FF7R trilogy. 25% of me says, man up. Try to find out how to defeat this Rebirth final boss. Take in all the ending. Sit back for a while. And get ready for part 3. Be in it for the long haul. And I want to. But the 75% of me is sitting here go, yeah, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with how this turned out. And I hate to say it. This game, even though with all its music, the characters, the locations, even the enemies, like the enemies variety is amazing in this game. You don't have a whole lot of like, oh no, did we use assets, right? A couple here and there. But it's like, it's FF7 enemies, FF7 locations, FF7 music, FF7 characters. The story for majority of the time was like, holy crap, like this is better than I thought. But the last 5 to 10% kind of fell flat, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, but it fell flat for me. I just hope that Square will take any and all feedback and say, what can we do to rectify this situation, the feedback from the fans, or what can we do to make things better and make the execution of their story better? Because, tell you what, this ain't it. And I just need to just chill, take a break for a while, come back to it, and see what the hell is going on with the story. But man, I'm just so blown away by this, and it hates for me to come out and be like, yeah, I'm that guy who's gonna basically fall off in the journey. Even though I spent $500 and some for this game, I was so hyped, I was hyped for this game. I was on the hype train. I was watching, reaction videos. I was playing the demo. I was talking to some people. Every step of the way, I was playing through this game. And now here I am making a review, and here we go. So, with that said, I'll leave you guys off with this. We're almost 20 minutes in the video. You guys came here for my score. My score for this game is not a 10 out of 10. It's not even a 9 out of 10. It's not even an 8 out of 10. This game, even though with all its characters, location, music, all that, everything I like, even 95% of the game I like, the last 5% kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, and I'm not sure how part 3 is gonna end up being, because there's a lot of stuff they cut out. There's some stuff they cut out, making us wait on Vincent and Sid to be playable. That hurts. Even though their characterization is great. Just anyways, the final score for me is a 7.5 out of 10. I didn't want to go as low as 7. I didn't want to go any higher than 8, or 8 or higher, because this game just kind of fell apart for me. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Do you guys agree with my score? Do you guys kind of disagree with my score? Do you guys just say, you know what? You don't know what you're talking about. You lost your mind. You know, you're a fake fan. And hey, let's have a conversation in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this game. And hey, share your thoughts. 7.5 out of 10 for me, guys. That's what Rebirth got. And I wish it was higher. I was ready to throw this game a 9.5 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. It was heading in that direction and then fell down. So you warned me and say, hey, you sure it's gonna be 10 out of 10? I said, hey, look, you know, the final 2 chapters of where I was at could fall off, but here we go. The last chapter kind of fell off on me. Like some of the decision making they did is like, wait, what? Like, that's why it brought my score down to like 7.5 out of 10. Gameplay wise, majority of it's great, but there's some gameplay mechanics I'm like, you know what, they could do a better job with. And with that said, I'll have more videos down the road. I might talk more about maybe some not spoiler stuff, but like maybe something to do, like what my game plan is down the road, what my channel is gonna be about. Because I'm not knowing if I'm gonna be covering Final Fantasy VII, the R trilogy. We'll see. But for now, 75% of me says I'm done. 25% of me is like, dude, please come back. You're in here for the long haul. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Be safe out there. Be nice to share. I have links in the description below of my Twitch, Twitter, Discord. Feel free to follow me on there. Twitch, I'm not really streaming a whole lot, so you won't see a whole lot there. But yeah, join Discord. We have lovely conversation about video games and stuff like that. And I would love to see you guys there. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Be safe out there. Be nice to each other. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.